Get some of that free fuel.
Hands free, and I like it.
Ooh, Tim's home. That's a good looking truck.
Hi, I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter. Our family has been blessed to farm in Montana
For over 100 years now.
And it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have
and blessings from our Savior,
Jesus Christ.
Morning. Well, let's check oil. Get this truck ready to haul some wheat. Slip some things over. Coolant looks good. No major leaks of anything I see. Oh yeah, halfway up. Getting kind of close to the ad, but still above it. Yeah, right there, the ad. So, how close we are to an oil change on this. Now we'll see if this thing will start. I did just stick 3 new batteries in it. But there's space for 4, so maybe we put a 4th one in. Well, 3 batteries is not enough. I don't think I got any cables to add a 4th to it though. Yeah, I don't have any of these in the shop, I know that. We'll see if this will do it. Oh, that's a big step now. Okay. I did it. Look at that windshield. I've been scrubbing and squeegee that off. Didn't get the bugs all off. Wait, there's bugs already this year? Man, this thing is coming quick. I gotta pull up here and get some of that free fuel, as the girls refer to it as, because you don't have to pay for it when they fill up a vehicle here. So they call it free. I know it's not free. And they know it's not free, but that's like the joke around here.
Alright, so major improvement that had to be done on repeat. Repeat being a new green peat. Anyway, major improvement is I put a piece of metal up there, so I finally have a place to put my camera. Hands free. Finally. That was kind of a like just rattles on the seat. You don't know where it's at. So I can put it there. I can turn it around. Let you guys see what I'm seeing. So that way you guys just hang out up there. And I like it. And the way that I installed it, I mean, there was already a setup just like that. Those holes 3 inches apart. And that black plate that I found was actually just on the scrap metal pile, and the holes in it were 3 inches apart, and the holes are a little big, but the washers on the self-tappers that I used just seemed to fit perfect. So it literally took me 5 seconds to put it up there, and yeah, it was kind of one of those anomalies when you find it. You're just like, I couldn't have asked for any better. So it worked out really well for what was there and what I now have, and because of what I was able to find. So it's the little things. It really is the little things.
Well, it would appear that the frost has left the ground. This is our field over here. All this whole area was covered in water a couple days ago. There's still water there, but it's down below the top of the stubble for the most part. So ground's thawing out. Be ready to go farming pretty soon.
I suppose it's a new truck. Gotta get it going on Jake brakes.
I just pull over because there's a valley up here that usually has lots of water in the ditches. And we don't need to push the truck over to the edge, load it, tip it over into the ditch. So there you go, yield to the loaded truck. Good thing to remember. Well, back at the shop, I did load up my truck again for tomorrow morning. It's too nice outside. I don't want to sit in a truck when we could be getting stuff ready, like getting that 715 serviced and ready for the year. This thing needs tires on the drives, and while we're doing tires, we have a wheel polisher like you guys know. So we need to polish the wheels when we take the tires off. It's just kind of like our rule around here. If we're gonna change tires, we're gonna polish the wheels while everything's tore down. But neither Tim or I really want to do that right now. So that's sitting for now. That'll probably be the last thing we do. Or if we really need that truck for something, then we'll finally do it. But for now, we're gonna bring the 715 in. It's got about 75 hours on it. I do not remember what the hours were on it when we got it delivered. I want to say it had like 30 hours or something like that. They ran that thing back through, since I know a guy at the factory. He flagged it to make sure it all tested out really good. They did all the extra tests on it. So that took a little longer than a typical delivery time hour-wise would take. So we're gonna change oil on it, put a crankcase breather on it, which is not in, well, it might be in now, but they didn't have it when I went to grab filters for it the other day. We're gonna do that, and then we're also gonna do some upgrades to it before it goes to the field. Just because I'm kind of gun shy, since our 580 had quite a bit of seal problems going out. We're gonna put these preloaders from the Quad Seal guys. They have a preloader that will put constant pressure on, like these guys. Remember, we've done some seals from them. We're gonna put the preloaders on. That way we'll keep constant pressure on those seals. They say that if they do them from the start, they last a lot longer. So all the other manufacturers that put tracks on tractors have a preloader system on there. I don't know why Case doesn't, but I think our 580 would just kind of been one of those tractors that just falls in a bad serial number break where those seals tend to go out. Because I know whenever we've replaced a factory seal with the factory Case part number, ooh, Tim's home. That's a good looking truck. Oh yeah, anyways, when they get those factory part numbers, they change them because every time we buy new seals, before we started putting the quad seals in, they were always a little bit different. So they must have had some issues with something there for a while. So this is preventative maintenance. We're gonna go ahead and throw those preloaders on that quad before it goes to the field. And then maybe we'll never have to replace a seal. We'll see, that's a hope anyways. So it's warming up. It's been running for 10-15 minutes now. I think we can change the oil in it, bring it in, drain that, and then start on those preloaders. I think he's gonna change oil in his truck too. Fixed?
What?
Your brakes not releasing this morning?
Oh, yeah. Now I just gotta put it back together. It's the only thing. But I gotta tear the dash apart to do that.
Oh, fun.
So, it's all...
Do you want to change oil while you're at it too?
Well, we could do that.
I was going to drain the oil in that quad.
Okay.
So I drain that quick, and once it quits dripping, I can give you the oil pan.
Sure. Yeah. I just gotta pull this down, I think, so I can reach down in there and
Put the nuts back on?
Well, it's because it's like they just built a bigger bracket because all the screw holes are busted out of the plastic.
Gotta love plastic stuff. At least the full truck's not plastic on the outside too.
There's that. But, I don't know, yeah. I can get on that while you do that.
Okay, yeah, because you can nose in behind that quad. I can pull it far enough in later too.
Oh.
And then the wind's not gonna mess with blowing your oil everywhere.
Okay.
So we'll watch Tim open the hood on a semi, and then I'll show you how to open a hood on a 715 quad. Definitely helps when there's new springs on there, or two springs. But here's the 715. Oh, there we go. And up it goes. Good thing I didn't pull it in too far. It might hit the door frame up there.
Fellow employees like your dad and other maybe potential new employees don't drive new trucks in too far, or else we'll rip exhaust off too.
We should probably hang some like caution streamers up there, just in case.
Do not enter
This truck now
police
fits.
line.
Yeah, this truck fits.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Yeah, now. You hear all that oil like pumping back into the tank when you shut this thing off? All right. Get to work is right. I thought these were just magnet. I think they are. There we go. Since the truck's here, let's just use that to hold things. There we go. A whole lot of unnecessary things going on in here. That is for sure. Maybe someday it'll be legal to take all that off. Maybe someday soon.
Alright, so this morning I had some issues getting my truck brake to hold and release. So I took all this apart only to find out that these knobs were able to screw in too far, which they must just vibrated in on their own. So everything's fine, it's just these goofy knobs. So there's jam nuts under them now to keep them from going in too far, but all the plastic tabs here, here, and here are broke out. And there was a piece of frame that was screwed into and held together. So I'm back to taking the dash apart here, hopefully to be able to reach down there to hold that framework up to put the cover plate deal back on there. What a mess. I got it fixed, so like I said, they at least can't get any too far turned in with jam nuts. So, and by jam nuts, what I mean is I dropped 2 sickle head nuts inside each one of these because that's how much space I needed, because there's really no other way to get a jam nut on. It's bizarre. Should just replace them with some plastic red and yellow ones like they're supposed to be on there, but hey, those look cool and we've got it to work.
All right, so I like to use a bucket to catch the oil into the oil pan because it usually splatters everywhere when it drops from that far. And new on the 16 liter, you have a drain hose that, like, this thing actually opens a valve that they have on the bottom. So supposedly there's just there's a cap on here that comes off. Please don't let oil everywhere. So far so good. Well, that's right. And then put this thing on. It's supposed to open the valve. Oh, that's a thing of beauty. Not gonna lie, everything should be like this. No mess oil change. That's a black oil for 75 hours of use. Nah, it ain't that bad. This looks black.
Okay, so you can see right here, kind of, maybe. That's the piece of framework, and it's just bigger than the plastic. Another hand out here. Bigger than this plastic hole. Has nut holder things on it to hold it. So I'm gonna have to somehow hold that up in line and get bolts started with the cover plate through it, and yeah, always fun. Alright, well, this went back together actually easier than I thought. So it's good and tight now. This one says trailer. See, there's my 2 sickle bolt nuts that just kind of fall in there and fill up the gap and make it so that you can turn it and get it good and tight. This one has the same inside it. And I think I put them on backwards. I did. Dang it. That says tractor. It needs to be on the other side. So, tractor and trailer. Good. Now, I can release my brakes without them popping out on their own.
Alright.
can't say I'm overly impressed with their filters, but I am extremely impressed with your filter rims.
I thought about using an impact, but I decided I probably shouldn't.
How many foot-pounds of torque are you losing in all the extensions? What do you got, 4 of them?
Yeah.
4?
This one's really not an extension, but it's close.
Oh, might as well be.
Yeah. 2-inch deal, and it's pretty much impossible to do from the top. So you go from the bottom.
There you go. The more you know.
All right. Over full, fire it up, fill the filter, and check it for real. Is it time? Can we finally peel? No, we'll leave it. We're just gonna leave that. Got engine oil pressure, and yeah, guess that's all we're worried about right now.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching, but don't forget, farm hard, pray harder. See you next video.